I was a wee bit concerned at the start, to be honest. I mean, Trevor and I looked at the conditions pre-warm-up, and you can see that the ball wasn't obviously moving particularly well at that point in time. It was a very brave decision by the referee, but ultimately it's one that I suppose paid off. You know, as the game went on, actually the conditions seemed to get a bit better. The pitch seemed to retain less of the water, although the rain never really subsided. It sort of fluctuated in the levels of sort of intensity, but it never stopped it hardly. I think for maybe just a short period in the second half. But you know, we have to be realistic as well. The conditions were probably somewhat of a help to ourselves as well, and I thought we played the conditions very well. But equally so did Juventus. Like, they took no chances at the back, and they did things properly. And you know, despite the conditions, I thought both sides were able to put on an entertaining game.
C'è qualcuno che ha bisogno della traduzione? No? Ah, ok.
I'm delighted with the performance, you know, like to come here and play in such a disciplined fashion, and to play against such a great club and great players. And the difference really in tonight's game was, you know, a sublime piece of magic by, you know, one of the great players of world football. You know, that's, you know, when you're beaten, sometimes you just have to accept that you can do little about it. And on tonight's performance, I thought we were excellent, but ultimately, you know, we go home beaten. But you know, if there's a way to lose a match, that's the way to lose it. You know, and it was a fantastic strike. But you know, as I say, the performances, we could have nicked a goal out in the first half as well. We maybe should have done better at the back post. And we always look capable. I think if we can get, you know, if we could get in advanced areas, if we could get the ball in the box, it was a very difficult night for goalkeepers and defenders. And I always felt that we could maybe nick a goal. Ultimately, we didn't manage to do that, and that's probably the one disappointment that we have from the tie, is that we didn't manage to do that. But overall, you know, I thought that, you know, again tonight there were some great performances. Dan Murray and Aidan Price at centre back were exceptional. Stephen Bradley had a fantastic game in the middle of the park. The lads coming in, Danny Murphy and Pat Flynn at full back, and you know, right through the team there was good performances. We had to work long periods without the ball, but you know, at times I thought you know, when we had the ball we did very well as well.
You see the difference tonight? You're getting a good start to the game compared to last week. You see the settling into it.
Yeah, we settled into the game very. You know, I looked at the clock, the scoreboard, 10 minutes gone. I thought, yeah, we've settled into it now, and definitely a big difference. You know, and it's a learning curve for us, as we said, playing against opposition at this level. And you know, ultimately, what happened in Tala, I think, is something that we, you know, will stand us in good stead for future European campaigns. You can't concede early, and you can't chase the game either, you know, because when you come against this quality of opposition, they will capitalise on that. We even saw it tonight, to be honest, when we changed slightly with Chris Turner getting injured, and we basically pushed him off Twiggy just to keep him on the pitch. We suddenly, like the last 10 minutes, we started to see Del Piero dropping into that hole, and you know, there's any manner of things that can happen in that situation.
Sì.
È soddisfatto ovviamente per il risultato, per la partita.
Are you happy with the result, with the match?
È per come l'abbiamo interpretata, soprattutto. E non era una partita semplice, perché in campo comunque privilegiava il contatto fisico, grandi scontri. Mi sembra che la squadra sia adattata molto bene a questo, quindi la dimostrazione di un gruppo caratterialmente solido.
I'm quite happy with the way the team has interpreted the match. It's been a very physically strong match with a lot of physical confrontation, and the team has really adapted well to these conditions, so it shows a very strong character of our players. I'm very happy with that.
Continua la tradizione favorevole di una difesa che è invalicabile, perché in pratica ha subito un solo gol su rigore e basta.
Devo fare?
No,
Devo toccare.
È la cosa più positiva di questo primo scorcio di stagione?
No, beh no. Mi sembra che i miglioramenti la Juve li abbia fatti in toto. quindi penso che la difesa ha il compito di muoversi in una certa maniera, secondo me possiamo migliorare molto, però per esempio ho visto Amauri in grande spolvero, mi sembra che abbia tenuto molto bene il campo davanti, abbia lottato, ha dovuto fare gol, mi sta ritornando l'Amauri che conoscevo del passato, mi sembra che questa sia anche una nota importante, oltre alla diligenza, no? Essere diligenti in campo, essere molto attenti a quello che si fa.
We are seeing again the tradition of a very strong defense in Juventus. It's basically unbeatable in the past few matches, apart from one goal. So what can you say about that? Yeah, well, it is true, but there are many other improvements in this team, in this new Juventus. The defense has been very strong, that's true, but again there is room for improvement. But I think that we have many other good points on our side. Amauri has performed extremely well. He's fought on the pitch, he's tried to score goals, and he's going back to the old Amauri I used to know. And also he's shown a great discipline on the pitch, that's also extremely important.
I asked the coach if he thought at any stage the game may not go ahead.
Ha pensato ad un certo punto che la partita potesse essere annullata per via delle condizioni meteo?
Inizialmente sì, penso di sì, inizialmente appena arrivati era... però devo dire che il campo ha tenuto molto bene, per l'acqua che è scesa mi sembra che abbia concesso perlomeno di poter giocare più il secondo tempo che non il primo, però insomma il campo era praticabile in quel momento.
I did indeed think, especially at the beginning, before starting playing, I did think that it could be cancelled, but to be honest, the pitch did quite well, and it allowed us to play the game. It was better in the second half than in the first half, but with the amount of water that fell down, I can say that it wasn't too bad. So. Che impressione ha avuto degli Shamrock?
L'espressione che ho avuto all'andata, una squadra fisica, sfrutta molto bene i calci di punizione, ha un giocatore davanti che dà fastidio, perché questo Twig dà molto fastidio, molto tenace, ha sempre profondità, quindi grande attenzione e anche grande attenzione ai loro colpitori di testa che sono veramente molto bravi perché hanno caratteristiche d'altezza, anche caratteristiche di grande tempo nel colpire la palla, a dimostrazione che il calcio irlandese è un calcio che sa fare il suo mestiere bene, sfrutta le situazioni, tutte le situazioni possibili che si verificano sul campo.
Well, I confirmed the impression I had in the game we played in Dublin. It's a very strong team, physically speaking. It's got a very good striker. Twig is quite sort of annoying for us. It caused us some problems. He's very strong. He shoots very long balls. It's a very focused team. It's very careful. It exploits all opportunities. It's very good with headshots as well. It's very timely. The players are all very tall, and this all goes to show that Irish football is very good football, and I think it's in the tradition of Irish football to exploit all the possible opportunities that are given to players.
Tutti aspettavano Diego, invece
Sorry? Hai intenzione di mettere a contratto nessuno dei giocatori dello Shamrock?
No, adesso abbiamo molti problemi in questo momento qua. No, per adesso penso che, a parte gli scherzi, loro hanno una squadra molto importante, per loro la Juventus ha obiettivi chiaramente diversi da quello che può avere magari lo Shamrock Rovers, nel senso che il campionato loro è molto diverso dal nostro. E la Juventus deve prendere giocatori di livello, se deve prendere di livello di statura top player, insomma, come giocatori.
Well, we're having our own problems with the market at the moment, but apart from kidding, I do think that Juventus and Shamrock Rovers are still different teams that play a different football. And as I said yesterday during the press conference, if Juventus ever buys now any new players, they have to be really top players, because the level of the team is very high at the moment. So.
Scusi mister, ci si attendeva magari più da Diego, invece forse ha avuto anche problemi proprio per le condizioni del campo, nel primo tempo sono state peggiori rispetto al secondo. E si è visto invece Del Piero che significato dà alla sua prova e soprattutto a questo gol a oltre 30 metri, si è vista anche la rabbia, la reazione di un campione che vuole essere ancora evidentemente protagonista.
Non aveva mai detto che questa faccenda qua
Okay, I'll translate the question. We've seen Diego playing in the first half. We didn't really see much of him. We didn't do that much. Maybe he suffered because of the conditions of the pitch, especially in the first half. On the other hand, we saw Del Piero, who performed extremely well. He shot an incredible goal from over 30 meters. And we also saw the rage, the will to prove himself and to show that he's still a great champion that still has a lot to prove. What can you say about that?
Sì, come dicevo, Diego il primo tempo ha lavorato molto su un campo improponibile per poter verificare le giocate importanti. Secondo me era anche un po' stanco, quindi l'ho cambiato con male perché era giusto dare l'opportunità su un campo magari che si andava man mano mettendo a posto anche sul calcio piazzato, quello che poi è venuto, insomma. Però non è questo il problema. Il problema è che tutti i giocatori della Juventus, tutti, intendo tutti, devono mettersi a disposizione per la Juventus. Non ci sarà nessuno, né da Del Neri né da nessuno, che si opporrà a questa mentalità. Quindi tutti noi siamo protesi per un solo obiettivo: fare bene della Juventus. Quando facciamo bene la Juventus facciamo bene anche di noi stessi, e quindi mi sembra che tutto dia per il meglio. Mi sembra sia grande applicazione, mi fa piacere che Ale abbia fatto il gol importante su una soluzione a lui gradita. Fa piacere che se l'ha fatto anche con buona cattiveria, per vuol dire che abbiamo un giocatore che si giocherà per tutto l'anno, per parecchio tempo come gli altri, un posto in squadra domenicalmente, come faranno tutti gli altri. Guardate che tutti sia coesione in questo, non ci sia un dovuto.
Grazie.
Yeah, we saw Diego doing the best he could. He did quite well on a terrible pitch for him, really. I thought he was quite tired as well, and that's why I substituted him, replacing with Del Piero in the second half. I also wanted to give Del Piero the opportunity to play on a pitch that was improving. But the problem is not really that. I mean, to me, all players of Juventus must be available for the team. They're all important for the team, and we're all committed to that. We want to do well as Juventus, as a team, and once we do well as Juventus, then all the individual players are going to do well for themselves as well. I'm very happy that I've seen a lot of effort, a lot of commitment from all players. They've been working really hard, and I'm also very happy that Alessandro Del Piero scored that beautiful goal, and I'm quite happy that he did it with a little bit of anger as well. That shows that he's going to fight to, get the chance to play every Sunday, and I think that everybody will do that. The important thing is that this is done with cohesion, with consistency as a team.
So che domenica lo Shamrock ha una partita molto importante in casa, che determinerà gran parte del campionato, e io voglio fargli un in bocca al lupo chiaramente per il loro futuro in questo campionato, che spero possano portare a buon fine con la vittoria del loro stesso. Quindi un grande in bocca al lupo da parte nostra, da parte mia e di tutta la Juve.
I know that Shamrock Rovers are going to play a very important game next Sunday, which is extremely important for their Irish league. So I wish you the best of luck as coach, and as Juventus, the whole team wishes you, great luck with that match, and for the Irish league on the whole. I hope you're going to win it.
Looking forward to returning to Dublin for the final of the Europa Cup.
Aspettiamo la Juventus per la finale dell'Europa League a Dublino, ci auguriamo di
speriamo.
darvi il benvenuto.
Okay, thank you.
Grazie a tutti.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.